Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Raw. Now I got some newly released disclosure UAPs that the Pentagon released, but they did it so strategically. I don't think a lot of people knew about the release of the UAPs, declassified photos. So I obtained them for you guys to watch and study them. Of course, it's not what we fully want, but it's something to go by. So let's just keep pushing for full disclosure, all of it. We want all of it on the table for the public. Check it out.
Gemini Control here again. Earlier in the flight, you'll recall at the start of the second revolution, we had a reference to several objects that the crew spotted. This was in the area of Antigua. Due to a mechanical breakdown, we did not have that portion of the tape available for you. This was a line breakdown between Building 30 and our news center in Building 6. Since then, we have dubbed a tape off the master tape here in the control center, and we are now prepared to play it for you. It contains references to sighting not only some particles, but as well as an unidentified object, plus the booster. Here's that tape. We'll play it for you now.
Gemini 7 here, Houston 98.
Loud and clear. 7, go ahead.
Bogey at 10 o'clock high.
This is Houston. Say again, 7.
So we have a bogey at 10 o'clock high.
Roger. Gemini 7, is that the booster or is that an actual sighting?
What?
Say again, 7.
Okay, we have several, looks like the 3 up here, actual sighting.
You have any more information, estimated distance or size?
But we also have the booster in sight.
Understand you also have the booster in sight, Roger.
And we have very, very many, looks like hundreds of little particles going by to the left out about 3 to 4 miles.
Understand you have many small particles going by on the left. At what distance?
4 miles. Large, looks like perhaps a vehicle that's disintegrated.
Roger, understand they're about 3 to 4 miles away.
They're past now, they're going to polar orbit.
Roger, and understand they were about 3 to 4 miles away.
Toward the pier line, or further.
Roger. Gemini 7, Houston, were these particles in addition to the booster and the bogey at 10 o'clock high? Roger.
7, this is, Houston, this is 7.
Go ahead.
I have the booster on my side as a brilliant body of the sun against a black background and with billions of particles around it.
Roger, what direction is it from you?
It's about at my 2 o'clock position.
Does that mean it's ahead of you?
It's affirmative, ahead of us, 2 o'clock, slowly tumbling.
Roger.
OS 91. Fox 91. Hotel Fox 191 second.
Gemini Control here again. The reference in that conversation to the third unidentified object, of course, the third object was bogey. There were several references to the bogey. This is the unidentified object, in addition to particles which appear to be headed in a polar orbit, you heard Frank Borman say, plus Jim Lovell discussing the booster. It was Borman who reported sighting the bogey. This is Gemini Control Houston at 4 hours, 24 minutes into the flight.
Hotel Alpha Alpha, call Bahrain East 132.12. 132.12, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Hey guys, I want to speak to you briefly. Now, I consider this release is pretty much kind of like watered down. I mean, I'm happy that they did do the UAP release, but when you break it down, they're not showing you like the portals that these particular beings they walk through. They're not showing you the negotiations, the trees, the fair trade that we have with certain particular beings that reside in our dimension and outside of our dimension. So when you break all of this down, you got to understand that how the manipulation upon manipulation that all of these countries have with the people of the planet, and how a lot of these trades with these particular nefarious beings that reside over this world through I'm not going to say negotiations, because there are some negotiations, but they're like at the top of the pyramid, okay? They're at the top. They are the ruling class, and these elites are more or less like the puppets. They're not really pulling any strings. They pull only the lower strings that deal with the human population and the manipulation behind that. But at the top, these other nefarious beings, they get their orders like from the archons. And these particular archons, they reside in this pocket reality. They need separation. They need pretty much dark energy, dark matter. But the elites, they get something out of the deal. They get to rule over humanity as like the upper class, upper echelon. But these beings that are in like this pocket reality, they get the loosh. They get the loosh. They get the substance to sustain their feeding type farm. And the positive beings want to not only have like fair trade openly, that the human beings are in on, and kind of can be a part of. They want to do it the right way. They also want to work with us just like they did back in Egypt and teach us new ways to cultivate the human future. Well, these other beings that put like a damper on their plans, because if a society is united and can decide what they want for themselves as far as being in charge of their future and cultivating their future, and just trying to create something that's going to be more sustainable for their offsprings, like your children and grandchildren, our children and grandchildren. But these beings, they see that as a threat to their not only their dictatorship but their food supply, because they act more like a parasitic type of entity that invades. They can't sustain off of light matter, the God particle that resides in us. They want to separate it from that. So once you understand that your governments are on board with these agendas, and I'm going to be leaving links, guys. I want you guys to check out these links. A lot of these links are going to be talking about old information that you guys know about, but we need to see these speakers, like back when Agenda 21. Let's see how far they've gotten along with these agendas, and now Agenda 2030. So check out those links that I'm going to be leaving you guys, and we're going to keep pushing our disclosure. We're going to keep pushing for the other Epstein files, for more release on all of it, because everything needs to be transparent. It is owed to the human race, okay, and we need to we dictate our future, not these beings that want to keep us in this caste system and create more division, create more slave mentality structures around us. So let's keep pushing for full disclosure and manifest the world and reality and timeline that we want to continue to be on.
What's that? Oh, a farmer catches a helicopter dropping thousands, if not millions of ticks into his farm, and things are getting a little bit wild. Tell me more! This is wild. A farmer's going out, kind of going through his land, and he notices a helicopter coming up, and it starts to drop all these ticks. So that video is going viral and circulating right now because he caught people in the act of doing this. The helicopter hurried and flew away, but things picked up a little bit quickly. After a few days of these ticks being around, the man actually started to find certain things that were dead on his property from these ticks. For example, he actually came across a moose